I'm Iniba, and thank you so much for watching Halo Halo, the show that aims to spotlight our very own talent. And talent is joining us today. He's not only a film screenwriter, he's not only a cinematographer, but he's also a director and editor. Meet Rommel Andaya. Welcome, Rommel.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, you've been in the film industry for over 5 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and your film Predetermined, I know, hit the Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival earlier this year.
Yes.
And also you're an active member of 48 Hours, this film project that I want you to tell me more about. But before we get to all of that, I want to know how you got started, because I hear it may have been through your dad's camcorder.
Yeah, so when I was young, I got a hold of my dad's JVC camcorder when they used tapes.
Yeah, I still have a couple of those actually.
And so I just grabbed that and started shooting stuff like silly videos with my cousins and my friends. And then from there, you know, I kind of, I need to do like, you know, the money making thing and go into like engineering or like computer science. So I started on that path in school. But then a little bug in me wanted to pursue my passion. So yeah, I decided to change majors and start to pursue filmmaking.
What was it about filmmaking? Is it the editing part, or is it the storytelling? What was it that made you say, I have to do this?
I think I just have like stories to tell, like like from experiences in my life, and also what I've interacted with a lot of people. I just kind of want to tell those kind of stories. And I think that film is a great medium to, you know, tell those.
Yeah. So tell me about Predetermined, because I mentioned earlier that it hit several film festivals. Actually, you were telling me Philadelphia also, and Asians on Film. I hear that it's about going back into time.
Yes. So I have this really. I really love Back to the Future. And so I'm very, very obsessed with time travel. And so I wanted to tell this story about a guy who's very lonely, and he wanted to go back in time and change his path in life, where he didn't go up to the girl that he liked. Yeah.
So was that inspired by a personal story or through friends?
It is a personal story. So I've experienced that, and I didn't make the move. And yeah, so it's kind of like a reflection of like from my life. Right.
Is that how you come up with your films or the stories that you tell, just through your personal life?
Some of them are. Yeah. I would say, yeah, maybe most of them. Yeah.
And then I mentioned that you're part of 48 Hour Project. There's one in San Diego and Los Angeles, but tell me a little bit more about the project first.
So the 48 Hour Film Project is a film contest where you have to write, shoot, and edit a film in 48 hours.
Wow.
Yes.
So you love doing that, I'm assuming, because you've been doing, I know, San Diego since 2010, right?
Yeah, 2010, and then when I moved to LA, I started here in 2013, and I just love doing it. It's good practice. Stressful.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could imagine it to be stressful.
Yeah, it's stressful, but the end result of getting, like, you know, doing this project and making a film with your friends, and also it's a great way to just get together, you know.
Yeah, it is. And you said that this year was actually your best year, because share with the audience why.
Yeah, so this year, for San Diego, we made it into the Best of San Diego screening.
Wow.
So that's like the top films from the city, and they compete for to represent San Diego.
Wow.
And then I did the same thing for LA too. So we made it, I just found out yesterday actually.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah, that we got into the LA, so top 25 films in LA.
So now that you're, you know, that you're going to participate in the 48-hour project, right? Do you think of it before it happens? Do you plan it beforehand, or are you allowed?
You can't prepare anything like that, but because they give you elements, they give you a prop, a line of dialogue, and a character and a character name.
Okay.
And then you pull your genre.
Yeah.
So there's so many elements.
Oh,
I mean, you can have.
Can't even.
Yeah, you can have an idea, but then you would try to mold it
way.
into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, because you've been an editor, you're a director, you're a writer. Which part do you like the most, or is there?
I really enjoy directing.
Directing.
Yeah, that would be my first thing is to direct. But I also like in the filmmaking process. There's a lot of positions, and I really like helping out in the different aspects. And I think like a lot of people take me on as editor, and editor like you can jump on a lot of people's film productions.
Speaking of jumping on to other people's film productions, I know that you've worked with some of our guests that have been here, like George Shaw. You've worked with the team at Collaboration, ISA. Tell me a little bit more about the ISA collaboration, because I know you're like the lead for their production team, right?
Yeah, so for ISA, International Secret Agents, it's co-founded by Wong Fu Productions and Far East Movement. And so Dan Matthews, a good friend of mine, he brought me on and became lead editor for the company. And we've been shooting a lot of like Asian American content and just exposing it to the world. Yeah.
When you first started in your film industry, was that in the back of your mind, like I want to tell stories that can relate to other Asian Americans, or did you just happen to fall into it?
I was just like, I guess I was just telling life stories, and it just kind of like my pathway coming from the San Diego Asian Film Festival. Dan and I worked there, and from there I got exposed to it. And then the other thing was I got involved with Uploaded, the Asian American movement, a documentary about YouTube and social media. And that kind of opened the doors for a lot of Asian American talent in entertainment.
Now, because you've been in the industry for some time, what kind of advice would you give others that are trying to get into the industry?
I guess like the advice I would give would be like, if there's kind of like, if you have like an urge to do something, I think you should go with your gut and just do it. Just try it out, at least give it that chance to try it. And then, I mean, if you fail, you can do something else, or you can, at least you tried.
Yeah, no regrets, right?
Yeah.
Because you cannot go back in time.
Yeah, you can't go back in time.
Unless you're doing a film about it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, let's talk about the future, because I hear that you're thinking, or you're starting to write a feature film. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, my feature film, I'm actually, I used to be, when I started, I used to be a wedding DJ. So I'm gonna do a feature film about a wedding DJ.
And the trouble that he gets into?
Yeah, because like being a wedding DJ, you kind of want the fame where you got the club DJs, you got the house DJs, and you want to get that status. But like being a wedding DJ, it's like
how do you move from there, right?
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to tell that story.
Nice.
I haven't seen that many like DJ
stories out there,
yeah.
Well, once that's done, I want to know more about it, so you have to come back on the show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But for more info on you, where can we go?
Just my name, Rommel Andaya, at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yes, and you also have a website, right?
Yes, RommelAndaya.com.
Thank you so much, Rommel. Pleasure having you here today.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
For more information on Rommel Andaya, make sure to check out his website. It's RommelAndaya.com, and also all of his social media sites. Time for a quick break, but don't go anywhere, because we have more entertainment and lifestyle news when we return.